Good morning, students. As we have completed our explanation of the chapter 7, that is adaptation in the plant, we are going to start our question answer. In the previous video, I have discussed the short answer question, and today we are going to discuss the exercise G, that is long answer question. Okay, so let's start the question. Our first question is, what are the adaptations of the plant growing in the desert area? So here is the answer. You have to open the very first page of this chapter, and downside see under the heading desert plant. It is stored. At the place of it, you have to write the fleshy green part or the fleshy stem. Okay, because it is the pronoun here. So first you have to introduce the fleshy stem. So the fleshy stems store food and water. The leaves are reduced to spine. This helps in preventing the loss of water from the leaf. The roots are long and spread wide and go deep into the ground. This helps them to draw water from deep places inside the ground. And one more point you can add, when I was teaching you, I taught you these plant are having the waxy coating on the stem or whole body so that the escape of water can be reduced. The second question is, what are the adaptation of trees growing in hilly areas? And you will get the answer on the page number 60. Please see under the plants in hilly areas. Whatever underline of the green color is there, that is the answer. Trees in hilly area have the thick bark so that they can protect themselves from the cold environment, and they are having the tall, straight and cone shaped so that when the snow will fall, they can slip that rather than the depositing on the body. The waxy needle like leaf do not allow the trees to lose their water, so that the reason the trees remain green even in the extreme cold. You can write this answer in your own language also. Question number 3 is, what are mangrove and how are they adapted to live in the marshy areas? Please see under the plants growing in marshy areas. Area with a lot of water and sticky clay soil are called marshy area, and the plants that grow here are called mangrove. The roots do not get air as the soil is covered with water all the time, so the roots grow out of the soil and water to breathe. Okay, such roots are called the breathing root or the aerial root. Question number 4 is, what helps the floating plant to float on water? Here on page number 61 the answer is given. See under the heading floating plant. What help these type of plant to float on the surface of water? Okay, first of all, they need a light and spongy body so that they can float easily. The stem of these plant are reduced, or some floating plant does not have stem only, or they are having poorly developed root also. Why? Because they have to float. Okay, they are free to float in the water, that's why there is no need of a stem and root. The leaves are having the thin waxy coating so that they cannot get wet the leaf, and they cannot able to block the stomata which is present on the upper surface of the leaf. Okay, and the leaf of these type of plant are very strong so that they can bear or they can endure the force of water and moving water. Question number 5 I have cut because we have already done this question. So let's proceed. Question number 6. Explain how a Venus flytrap traps an insect. The exact answer is not written in the books, that's why I have made for you only. See, Venus flytrap secretes the nectar. Why they secrete the nectar? To attract the insect, because when the insect will come to suck the nectar, okay, and sit on its open trap. What is the meaning of traps here? The open leaf, the modified leaf is known as the trap, and that trap is having the hair like structure. Once they sit on this trap, it uses its hair and leaf to snap shut an insect. What is the meaning of snap shut? Okay, within a second they closes their leaf, that is known as snapshot. Finally it start digesting an insect. It take 2 to 3 days or few days to digest the insect, and from them they obtain the nitrogen. Our last question is, how are the plants of grass family useful to us? On the last page, page number 63, I have underlined many of the lines. Okay, here the 6 uses or the 6 point is given, but if you want to add any new point your own, you are free to add, that will also be correct. Okay, so these grass are used to provide food for human being and fodder to the animal also. Bamboo is used to make broom, basket, mats, chair, toys, carpet, etc. Dried grasses are used as packing material. And the last and very important, grass is having the fibrous root, that's why they are more helping in conserving the soil. Okay, so they are able to conserve the soil better as compared to the tap root. Thank you so much.